Hello everyone, welcome to World Learning International Virtual Campus. How are you? Hope you all are good. My name is Miss Priyanka. I am your English subject teacher. Hope you will enjoy class with me. This is your first English class. This is your English book for class 6. First chapter is Hazrat Usman alayhi salam. First chapter of class 6 is Hazrat Usman alayhi salam. Hazrat Usman was born in 573 AC. His father's name was Affan bin Abul. As he himself was known by name Usman bin Affan. Hazrat Usman belongs to a noble family of Quraysh in Makkah. His ancestral lineage joins with that of Rasulullah in the fifth generation. He was from the Umayyad family of Quraysh, which was a well-reputed and honorable family of Makkah during the pre-Islamic days. Hazrat Muhammad was one of the few persons of Makkah. Hazrat Usman alayhi salam born with 573 में his father name was Affan. उसके अब्बू का नाम अफान बिन अबुल. He himself was known by name Usman ibn Affan. उसका खुद का नाम Usman ibn Affan. Hazrat Usman belongs to a noble family of Quraysh in Makkah. Hazrat Usman कुरैशी की फैमिली से बिलोंग करते थे मक्का में. He essentially lineage joined with that Rasul. In the fifth generation, he was born from Umayyad family of Quraysh, which was a well-reputed and honorable family Makkah during the pre-Islamic. Hazrat Muhammad was one of the few persons of Makkah who knew how to write and read. When he grew up, he started business in clothing, which made him very rich. He used his money in good charitable ways and always helped the poor. Hazrat Usman was a soft-natured and kind-hearted man. He did not hesitate to spend any amount of money on seeing a man in trouble in order to remove his misery from his noble quality. The Makkan had great respect for him. Hazrat Usman accepted Islam when Hazrat Abu Bakr preaches him. He was one of those Muslims who accept Islam in its very early days. Through Banu Hashim, Rasul's family was rival to Banu Umayyah, Hazrat Usman family, and was in power at that time. Hazrat Usman did not hesitate to acknowledge and prophethood of Rasulullah. This was one of the reasons why Qurayshi leaders belonged to Banu Umayyah, like Abu Sufyan, were opposing Rasul. The acceptance of Islam in such options shows the clear mindedness of Hazrat Usman. When he accepted Islam, the Qurayshis who once loved Hazrat Usman became his enemies. Even his relatives like Hakam, one of his uncles, became the rebuke him and punish him severely. One of the daughter of Rasulullah, Hazrat Ruyaka, was married to one of the son of Abu Lahab, a bitter enemy of Islam. When married to one of the sons of Abu Lahab, Rasulullah started to preach Islam. She discovered Abu Lahab's son. The Rasulullah married to her to Hazrat Usman. When life in Makkah became difficult for the Muslims, he went to Rasulullah when life in Makkah and sought permissions to take refuge in Abyssinia along with other Muslims. The permission was granted. Hazrat Usman and his wife crossed the Red Sea and with other Muslims and migrated to Abyssinia. At the time of his migration, Rasulullah remarked Usman and the first man of my Yuman to migrated with his family for the sake of Allah. He stayed there for a couple of months and returned to Makkah when he was warmly informed by somebody that the Qurayshis had accepted Islam. Hazrat Usman migrated for the second time with other Muslims to Medina. He could not participate in the first battle of Islam against non-believer of Makkah at Badr because his wife was very ill. She died before the Muslims returned from Badr after the victory. Rasulullah gave him glad tidings that he would be rewarded as though he had participated in the battle. After that, Hazrat Ruqayya Rasulullah married his next daughter Kulsum to Hazrat Usman, and so he was given to the title of Dun Norian, example the man with two lights. Before his death, Hazrat Umar appointed a panel of 6 men to select a Khalifa among themselves. Then he sought his approval through by pledge of loyalty by Muslims Republic. Hazrat Abdul Rahman bin Auf, as the member of the panel, could not arrive at any decision. Even after a long meeting, then Hazrat Abdul Rahman bin Yusuf proposed somebody to withdraw his name in order to decide the matter. When he got no response, he withdrew his own name. The remaining members agreed that he could take a decision. He consulted each member individually except Hazrat Talha, who was not present in Medina at this time. It so happened that Hazrat Usman proposed Hazrat Ali's name and the Hazrat Ali proposed Hazrat Usman's name for the post of Khalifa. But Hazrat Zubair and Saad were more in favor of Hazrat Usman than Hazrat Ali. After more consultation with other companions and carefully considered, during the third night, Hazrat Abdul Rahman bin Yusuf gave his decision in the morning of the fourth day in favor of Hazrat Usman. First of all, Hazrat Abdul Rahman bin Yusuf take bait at the hands of the Hazrat Usman, and then all the Muslims present in the masjid followed suit and take pledge of loyalty at the hands of Hazrat Usman. In this way, Hazrat Usman was declared to be the third Khalifa. Hazrat Usman's period of rules founded a glorious period in the histories of Islam. The territories of Islam states were greatly extended. True, the conquered during his time were not much in number as during the time of Hazrat Umar. Nevertheless, they were not few in number of either. He ruled over a vast part of the well-known world, right from the Kabul, Afghanistan to the Morocco. He put down the rebellion with an iron hand. During Hazrat Usman periods of caliphate, the Muslim naval force was developed and Muslim began naval victory. The victories of huge naval force of the Byzantine Empire, comprising 500 ships, has been termed as the Grand Victory. After the capture of North African territories by Muslims and gaining from control over Mediterranean, the might power of Byzantine and Roman Empire has collapsed. Actually, Islam was at the peak of its glory during the periods of Hazrat Usman. One of the magnificent service to Islam done by Hazrat Usman was to safeguard any possible change in the context of the Holy Quran. After the conquest by the Muslims, hundreds of thousands of non-Arabs whose mother's tongue was not Arabic accept Islam because of its teaching. This is your home assignment you have to do in your copy. Bye bye. See you soon.